Okay, everybody. Erline has realized she was on the mic. I will now open this session with a prayer. Lord, as we gather today at this meeting, we ask that you will be in our midst. Help us make decisions that will be pleasing to you. Help us to be able to discuss the matters at hand in a reasonable way, and to be willing to give up having our own way. God, let this meeting be productive, and as should be the case in all areas of our lives, help us to keep you at the forefront of our minds as we do the work set out before us. Amen.
Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can anyone hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. I had to boot out and come back in. What I was saying earlier, we don't want to have to cut off the chat area, but we really want you to hold your questions till the very end of Henry's presentation. It'll be about a 30-minute presentation. Should you have any questions, write them down in the bottom, in the bar at the bottom, but don't hit send until your name is called. If it's not called, we will not answer your questions, guys. We want to give everyone a chance to get their questions answered. And I'm sure there will be questions. He said this meeting will be about 30 minutes, and he'll stay to answer your questions after the call. So please hold on until after he's done before you start asking your questions, because it's very distracting. For those of you who are shareholders that are on our meeting today, we will have a shareholders meeting tomorrow. Henry, can you confirm that it'll be at the same time tomorrow? It will not be in this room. It will be in the shareholders room. The link and the password will be sent to you hopefully today. By now, I've already sent her all of the information. Henry's going to send her the email addresses, so she's going to try to get that out to you in just a little while before she goes to bed. Hopefully we can get that out so everyone has time to get on the shareholders meeting. For those of you who are in the special project, yours will follow directly after the shareholders meeting tomorrow. It'll be back to back. Everyone will get off, and only those that are in the special project comes right back into the room. Anyone not part of that group will be booted out and kept out. So again, that's tomorrow. Watch for your password and the link to be sent to your email. And I will also put it in our site in the shareholders area. It will be posted there. And with that, we'll turn the call over to Henry. Again, keep your questions until the end of the presentation. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Erline and Helga, for that wonderful prayer. And good morning, everyone. Yeah, I almost forgot. It's 11 o'clock p.m. here on my end. I hope everyone can hear me. Well, this meeting has been called for the following agenda. Of course, the login issues that's happening with some of our members. and we're still trying really to find out what's happening there. The 10K bond, the cyber insurance, and of course the Compumatrix digital voucher. What's that? We'll discuss that in a while. And of course, other issues that our management and staff has. And then we will proceed to the question and answer. This seminar, webinar, and meeting. Hello, can you hear me? Erline, Drew is saying that everything has gone silent. Okay, Drew, there must be something wrong with your speaker. Okay, so for the first for our first agenda here is on the login issues. We have tried. Oops. Okay, someone kicked me out. Okay, as I was saying, the first topic of our agenda here is on the login issues. We have tried the re-registration, okay, the re-registration procedure, but it does not resolve the issue of the login problem. Only to only to a few individuals, however, but this is really a problem that we are still resolving as of now. We will be conducting a maintenance on Saturday where we will be reinstalling the entire system. Okay. No, so you don't need to re-register again by the time that we finish it on this weekend. So we will need you to wait a little, one more week for you to wait there. But this will not affect the login issue. This will not be an issue for the compumatrix.org site. What is the .org site? The .org site is where you can exchange, trade, and control. It is basically the back office of the entire financial part of your system. Okay, it is where you can manage your CDCs to cash, cash to CDCs, and other things. Okay, it can also be a place for you to trade your digital currency into Bitcoin, into Ripple. Ripple is a new one. It's a new opportunity that I believe is also going to change the digital world, this internet world wherein I have. Okay, so I don't know. I know that it is fully funded because it is a lot of investors have been hovering on the Ripple on that Ripple.com website. It is a website that has been developed by OpenCoin. Okay, so basically, Compumatrix.org and our digital currency is also going to be part of the digital currencies that can be traded on. That's what I'm also working out. We're working on. Okay, so as I've said, we need a week more to have that the login issue resolved, and this will start on Saturday. So by hopefully Monday, everything will be back to normal with regards to your capability of logging in. All right, so the next topic here is, of course, for those of you who wants to submit blogs, you can submit blogs on the Blogger Central by just sending it to blog@compumatrix.us. If you want to discuss a certain video, please submit your video address from YouTube or any from any video sharing sites, and just send your own story there and to blog at compumatrix.us, and we will be posting that on the Compumatrix Blogger Central that is hosted by Google Plus or Blogspot or blogger.com. Okay, so this will also this will still earn you 1 point for commenting, and of course the same points given to each blog, which is at, as of now, it is at 6 activity points for every blog. Okay, we will be, and by the way, after the login issues have been resolved, the activity points will be back to 1:1. 1:1. One activity point is one CDC temporarily for you to convert your activity points that you have earned that has been re-added to your accounts and turn it into CDCs. Okay, all right. So next topic is the Compumatrix 10K bond. Okay, it's a bond. Of course, it's still an investment that would start bearing interest after 2 years. It is transferable through sale, through assignment, or through donation. If you want the prospectus for this, please email us at investors@compumatrix.us. Again, that's investors. Let me type it on your screen here so that you can see. For the prospectus, especially for those who wants to earn from that bond earlier. Okay, if you don't really want to wait for 2 years, the bond is sellable. Okay, it is resellable, transferable through sale. If you want the entire paperwork for it, which includes the prospectus of the bond, why and how it earns that much after 2 years, and okay, and of course the different terms and the agreements that has to be signed by you and the one who is by you and the buyer. Okay, so we will be releasing tomorrow the first batches of the Matrix 10K bond certificate. Okay, it doesn't have a coupon. Okay, this is not like the traditional bond that you get, government bonds that have coupon wherein you can get interest yearly. This is 2 years, but you get interest monthly after it matures. Okay, and you keep getting the same interest monthly until you decide to get the lump sum of $10,000. If you prefer to cancel your bond before it even matures, you are going to be paid in CDCs, not in cash. Okay, so for questions later, you will be start writing your questions now on that portion, but don't type it in the on the chat room yet. Okay. Okay, another one here that where you can use your CDC is cyber insurance. This is already being worked on by underwriters from the AIG group of insurance, AIG Insurance. They will be accepting CDCs for a payment, and the coverage of your insurance of a cyber insurance is of course your computer and other devices you use to connect online, printers, other peripherals. This also includes your how do you call this, mobile phone, tablets. Everything there is protected against fire, theft, flood, or any natural disaster. Okay, your information, if it's lost, if you have, for example, you have invested in an online program which you should also declare, and then you were defrauded, then you will also get an insurance from that on what you've lost. It is also an insurance for the value of your data losses. Okay, so if you lost a lot of projects, the worth of the projects inside that computer will be paid back to you, including systems error. Okay, if your computer, of course, is bugged down, that's also part of the insurance policy. So it's a great addition to, since all of you are working online and most of you are online, then this is going to be a great addition to your investments or other stuff that okay, so it's not only, but you can only get one for each of your computer. You can insure it as many times as you want. As for the amount, I'm still waiting for their final amount. Okay, the final amount of CDCs that would be required for you to pay on this one. Okay, one moment. I'll need to answer this, Erline. Uh, will you get the mic for now?
Um, like Henry said, make sure you have your questions ready on this portion for the cyber insurance. I basically had no idea what it meant. Thought maybe it had something to do with computers, but wasn't sure. Was hoping it had something to do with health insurance. It does not cover any other kind of insurance. But for all of us that are on computers, I know last night I had to run to the Geek Squad to take care of my computer. It gets to be very expensive when you have to bring them in. And let's face it, we're all in a world right now where there's a lot of bugs out there that come into our computers, crash them very quickly. A system I had downloaded on my computer crashed my computer yesterday, so I had to go in and have that taken care of last night. So this insurance, especially knowing I don't have to pull it out of my pocket and that I can use my CDCs, that's something I can use, really a cash value for us. And I hope that all of you realize that this is the first step. This is a company that's willing to accept our CDCs as payment for a tangible product. So that's a huge, huge step for us, especially with what we have here. So, Henry, are you back? Because I can talk about it. But basically, that's what we're wanting you to understand, that this is something that you can use your CDCs. Like you said, we don't have a price yet, but we will be getting that soon. And
Okay. I think our one of our brokers is here, and he is also here in the meeting. Well, anyway, what he added was that any you were saying a while ago about health related things, Erline, and they said that it also covers health insurance that are related to, that are caused by sitting too much, typing, anything that is caused by your computer to your body is insurable. Okay, so that's also part of the cyber insurance policy. All right, so if you have a carpal tunnel syndrome, for example, I don't know if they cover stress, Arlene, but carpal tunnel syndrome or anything that causes body aches, that, well, it will be more defined once they introduce it to us, the complete protection program. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have any. They don't deal with stress right now. Okay, so next topic is on the digital voucher. Okay, so a digital voucher is a printable. It's something that wherein you can transfer your balance to and keep it on your computer. You can either download the PDF file of your balance, but if you deleted that file, your balance is also deleted. Okay, so you might want to print it out, but of course, if you lose that voucher, you also lose the balance that is on that voucher. All right, so basically, it's for your record keeping, guys. It's a security measure so that you wouldn't be losing your account balances, and it's easier for you to load it up, or you can even sell it. If you print vouchers that are on 100, 200, 300, or $500 vouchers, especially for during seminars that you will be conducting, or we will be conducting seminars uh, with on the real world seminars. Okay, not just for online seminars, of course. And those can be purchased upfront during those events. And of course, the only ones who has it is, of course, the our members right now. Okay, so you can transfer your balance to a file or print it out on your computer. That's the use of your digital voucher. I can hear the cats courting each other here. They're so noisy when they do that. Okay, so as I've said, your voucher is for physical safekeeping, and of course, it can be sold or assigned. Okay, so we're now on other issues. If there are announcements from the rest of our management, Erline.
Okay, I'm going to just reiterate what I had earlier as far as announcements that have to be made today for those of you who came on after I made the announcement. Tomorrow, we're going to have a meeting for the shareholders. It's going to be in the shareholders room in the shareholders lobby. You will be given the link to it for those of you who can't access the room yourselves. We'll give you a direct link along with the password to get into the meeting. Henry, can you write if you can confirm that it'll be at the same time that we're having this meeting today? That will help me to make sure that Nell has the correct time. This works out great for most of us here. We will be actually taping it, recording it to make sure that those of you, okay, he did confirm it'll be at the same time that we did this morning, which was 11 a.m. for the U.S. Eastern Daylight Time. It'll be at 11 o'clock in the shareholders room. Password will be sent to you, and it will also be placed in our site in the shareholders area. So please watch for that. For those of you in the special project, we will also be placing it for you in your room, both on Google Plus and in the shareholders in the area on our site. Make sure that if you decide that you want to come on, it'll follow directly behind the shareholders meeting. Since all of you in the special project were part of the shareholders, it'll be back to back. We'll ask the shareholders that do not belong to buy out and just leave those that are in. We'll have a list of those of you who need to be on that meeting. Anyone who does not belong in there will be booted. So please be mindful that it's just strictly for that group at the second part of that meeting. Make sure you have all the questions that you want to ask ready so that they can be asked at that time. Pretty much, Henry, most of the issues that we had that needed to be addressed were addressed already. I guess basically with the shareholders, the main question is when will pay actually start? You did say that .org was going to be up, and we understand that .org is where everything is actually going to be accessed. All of your funds, everything broken down. I saw Igor had a question earlier asking about how they're going to know exactly what they had for each set of their CDCs. So all of this will be explained in there. You'll have an itemized list according to what was said before. If it's different, please go ahead and check on that for me, Henry, to make sure that that's taken care of. Um, Other than that, I think that's the main concern for the members right now is when can they start actually pulling cash out for their CDC.
Okay, thank you, Erline, for that. As for the CDCs, the Compumatrix.org site is expected to be up also this week with the exchange and trade capabilities. So, with the exchange capabilities, the exchangers offer several options there for you to receive it. It does not only because they will be using their own bank accounts, not mine. Okay, this is not the company paying you guys. It will be the exchangers who value your CDCs more than you value them. Okay, so it will become the value of your CDC will depend on your asking price. Asking too low would make everyone's CDC lower. Okay, so please make sure, of course, that you have to be on the $1 per CDC asking price. No lower than that, not lower than that. If you can make it higher, put it the higher range, because as much as possible, we want you to earn and get those CDCs traded, because this will also create the exchangers will also create a market for our CDCs, and you will be enjoying your cash. Okay, and you're always free to return here on our program when you spent all of your cash and you don't have any more money. So go again and start building your activity points and then convert that to CDCs and then exchange. Okay, so that will be the procedure on, with regards to Compumatrix.org. All right, so as for the options, several options that I'm saying is I'm talking about how they will be sending it to you. It can be done through Wire, Western Union, MoneyGram, Pioneer, Payza. We have Smart Money. We also have and other stuff that will be and other ways for them to send you. It will be presented there also how it will be sent to you. So after the trade, what will happen is that your CDC will be on will be temporarily on hold, and then they will be sending you the cash, and once you have received the cash, you click on receive, and that will automatically create a tweet. It will be publicly tweeted, guys, because we will be using your tweets for our marketing, that each one of you will be that are receiving it are getting paid. Okay, so I hope that's a fair bargain for you to be tweeted automatically by the system. Well, anyway, you will be asked to ask the permission to do so. If you don't have any Twitter account, your Facebook account will do the work. If you don't have any other social media account, then it will be part of our testimonials. Okay, so we will also we also want to profit from what you say through the marketing. Okay, so other questions?
Okay, the first question comes from Peter. Peter, could you put your question in, please? What are we now?
Okay, as I've said, we will be fixing that this weekend. Okay, give us one more week to for you to do that before you can log in. We will be, of course, announcing it the moment that is resolved. Okay, so if the question is related to some of the slides, you have to go back to the video later on because we will be posting that. Okay, we don't have to repeat what we've already said a while ago.
If you came on late, please wait until you can listen to the slides because we've addressed all of that before. Again, sharing your question, please. And as soon as you have your question answered, please put your hands down. Sharing your question. Okay, you've already addressed that, Sharon, on the previous slide. All of that's going to be addressed on the slide. There will be no need to re-register. All right, the next one, Stephen.
Who's Lupert?
Please don't ask your question until you're called on. Okay, Stephen, will we have access to membership health insurance in the near future? When will we see the manual? Oh, we've got a bunch of questions, Henry, so let's take them one at a time.
Okay, thank you, Stephen, for giving me a hard time. Will we have access to the membership health insurance in the near future? Membership health insurance, we will see because since they already started with cyber insurance, I believe that we can integrate our own health insurance policy for our members. Okay, but I believe they will be considering age on that matter. So when will we see the manual? Are you talking about the insurance manual? Because you started with an insurance, or are you referring to our Compumatrix ebook? Okay, so if it's the insurance manual you're talking about, it will be uploaded on the site. As for the ebook of our site, it opens together with Compumatrix.org. It is going to be on that website. And can you address the current requirements for blogs? Words, 500 words. Okay, at least 500 words or That's the maximum actually, 500 words. Then yes, you can link out. You can place links there for your references. If you have taken that from or taken some portion of it from another blog, you have to acknowledge the original author. And of course, the autobiography box. Anything you want the world to know about you there. And okay, yes, it's 300 to 500 words, maximum 500 words, because it will be too boring for one to be reading more than that. Okay, if it's a series, then please do write a series to be continued on the next on your next story.
Nothing boring ever. Okay, the next one comes from, let's see, I think it was, I'm trying to keep track of when you guys pop in. I think the next one was from Koki. Can we subdivide a voucher to smaller amounts?
Yes, yes, Cookie, you can divide it into as small as $10 per voucher, but of course that will take a lot of time on your end. However, you can request that to be automatically done for you by sending by placing submitting a support ticket from our help desk. Okay, if you go to our Google Plus page there on the left side corner, on the different links just below there, you can see their submit ticket or submit support ticket. You can ask for your vouchers there. Okay, and they will be sent to you on your email. And of course, you can divide it into hundreds, thousands. It really depends on your balance.
Okay. Robert, can everybody hear me? Robert, did you have a question, Point Lab? Okay, our full names be on those that are receiving payouts.
Oh, if you are going, no, you will not be. It will not be posted there. Your full name, no, it will just place there. For example, Robert H, or your username. Okay, not your real name, unless you agree to do so.
All right, next question was from Johanna. Johanna, okay. I bought 31 $500 packages last week. I'd like to reverse that and receive the CDCs back. Can that be arranged?
Yes, Jihari, you can do that. Just submit a ticket to our help desk and they will get back to you.
Okay, Janelle, your question, please. All right. Is there going to be an IP address change from Compumatrix.us to Compumatrix.inc? And if so, is that coming soon? Mal, please wait till your name is.
Janelle, Compumatrix.us have a separate IP address right now, including and a separate IP address for Compumatrix.org. So they are already changed. Okay, they have two different IP addresses and they run on two different servers. So if you're asking if so is that coming soon, it's already installed that way.
Okay, I think the next person that had her hand up was Joyce. Your question, please. So far, none of the payment options have worked. What makes you think that this one will work? And if, how soon?
Okay, Joyce, since we are going to be dealing with third-party exchangers, it will be depending on their end now. So the exchange would depend on how they would fulfill the payment processing. However, one of the requirements that we have provided them is their ability to provide the payment as fast as possible. Okay, once the Compumatrix.org site launches, hopefully this week or and then I think they will be launching it this Monday, this coming Monday, so that to cover they will start asking for the amounts to be exchanged there. And Looper, to put just change your online status to ask a question if you want to put your hand up.
So we also need your first name. On the right hand, there is a list of people coming in. Right below it, there's going to be a drop-down box. If you hit that, it'll tell you online, ask a question or whatever. You just click it to ask the question, and it'll pull your name up into the lineup to ask questions. It's all the way on the bottom to the right. All right, I think the next question was from Jim. Thanks, Luca. Please put your first name too when you're asking a question. Okay, what are payment options? You only mentioned exchangers.
Actually, I already mentioned the payment options a while ago. I said Bankwire, Western Union, MoneyGram, Payza, and other payment options that will be available from our exchangers. Okay, they all also deal with direct deposit. Okay, so and automatic clearinghouses, ACH transfers. They do not deal with the physical checks, though. That's for sure.
Okay, next question is from, let's see, Amal. Could you place your question again, please?
Okay, before I answer Mal's question, let me just answer the follow-up question from James here. So the company is not involved. Which company are you talking about in exchangers? The two of us are involved. Okay, so we have internal arrangements which you don't have to know. Okay, that's already private and only the company and the exchanger knows about it. All right, as long as they do their work, that's the main thing. And back to Mal's question: is the Panama phase now complete? Nope. The Panama Corporation is still being worked out. Okay, as we speak, so it's not complete, but of course the several corporations that I handle are all working together to ensure that it is not only focused on the Panama Corporation. Now, next question.
Okay, Teresa, have you asked your question? Please take your hands down as soon as you have asked. Teresa, if you have not asked your question, please place it now. .org opens this week. After the weekend, will corporate checks still be options? I think he's already addressed the check issue, and he's also addressed the .org situation. All of that is being worked. He's hoping to get it done this week. This Saturday, they're going to shut down so that they can make sure that they reload the whole site so it'll work properly. But the .org site, he's hoping to have it done this week. I know he was trying to get it done before Thursday, was the last I heard, unless there's something different. Next question, Gloria. Will the voucher be explained in detail in the ebook?
Thank you for your question, Gloria. Yes, it will be explained in detail. In the ebook, it will explain the different security features that is on that voucher. Okay, so that you can actually keep your balances safe in your safe or under your pillow. Okay, just make sure that you don't you print it on something that would last enough. Okay, not on a very thin onion paper. Make sure that's at least substance 20 on your printer settings. Okay, our next question.
Okay, the next question, Looper. Did you have your question answered? Also, Gloria, you've been caller, you're done. Please put your hand down if you've already had yours done. Mal, we've already called your name. Maxine, your question, please. Either you will.
Well, I don't think Looper's question was answered yet because he or she posted that about 15 minutes ago. So it is up here. So I'll answer that first. What guarantee do Compumatrix give for the $10,000 bond? Okay, so the $10,000 bond is an investment. Okay, we use the equivalent of that amount on the operations of this company. Okay, for the operations of our entire company, and that is of course going to be earning during the 2-year time frame, which of course can be redeemed after that 2-year period. Okay, so that's where we get the $10,000 premiums, the $1,000, the 10% that we are paying monthly after the 2-year maturity. And Maxine, can we write personal checks on the $100,000 voucher? I don't understand your question. Can we write personal checks on the $100,000 voucher? What do you mean by writing personal checks? Those two are the voucher is just the representation of your balance in the network. Okay, they can be sold and they can be bought at any amount that you want. Okay, in exchange for a personal check, if that's if you have a buyer like that who would want to buy that for okay, so it's not, the voucher is not a check. Okay, it's only a representation of your balance, just in case if you see that your balance is too much on your screen, you can have that printed out, and it is removed from the total on your screen balance. Okay, so and then you can keep that voucher on a safe place. Now if you want to use that voucher anytime, okay, after, for example, if you already have traded almost all of your CDCs or your Compumatrix digital currency, you can load it again. You can load that voucher on your balance and start with that. All right, Maxine? Or did I get your question right? Because I am really confused with between that personal checks and the $100,000 voucher.
Okay, she said she hasn't, so you need to address her question. Aida, you're next, please. And then the next one in line after Aida will be Pam Quibby. So Pam, get your question ready also. Okay, Aida. Henry, you talked about payment options. If the company hasn't been transferred to Panama and with the issues with the bank in the Philippines, how are we going to be paid?
Yes, that's a very good question, Ida. That's where the third party company comes in. They have their own capital and they're betting on the CDC as a valid digital currency. Okay, because of course you have developed and created those currencies because of your time, effort, the content that you have created, of course the waiting, the patience, and everything else that has created those currencies that you have right now. And they are very confident that those currencies can be exchanged again for cash, given the market that you will be generating once you start saying that you've got the cold hard cash. Do you see their point? Would you invest in this company once you know that every one of you here would be saying, I've been paid? And then what will happen to that company who's giving you cash? Of course, they can sell out. They can sell the CDCs out to all those who would be investing on the same thing that you have been invested into before. So it's a win-win solution for them. Did I answer your question? They have their own cash. The exchange companies have their own cash to send out to you, and they keep the CDCs to be exchanged into cash also to a different market, a market that understands digital currency and its value. Okay, so let's go to our next question. If you don't have a follow up on that, Aida, we are CIP. Are we still going to be CIP? We are CIP. We are Compumatrix International Philippines right now. We are CNII also, and we are almost every Compumatrix that is available worldwide. So it's not just CNII who's working in all on all this, and we're not just waiting for Compumatrix Panama. Okay, so we have to we have to be always on the lookout for solutions. So okay, so we don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the Panamanian thing because that's management work, and it will take some time. But the the point here is that we are looking and we have looked for solutions. We have solutions, and we are going to integrate those solutions into the ball game. Okay, so next question, please.
Okay, Pam Privy's next question. Do we need to keep certain amounts of CDCs in account, or should we be buying packages and use them up? And didn't understand the last part of Panama question, but I'll wait on that. Okay, so basically her question is about the CDCs in the account. Pam Privy, I'm going to see Pam Rainbow will be next.
Okay, thank you, Privy, for that question. Do we need to keep certain amount of CDCs in your account? It really depends on how you want to earn. If you want all of those accounts available there and for exchange, then you can use it for exchange. But we are also going to be, huh? No sound? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, Henry, I couldn't hear you. Maybe the rest could hear you. I could not. Could everybody hear Henry? No, okay. We didn't hear your last answer to Pam Privy's question. Okay, guys, stop. Because we're going to lose her question. Let me go back. Pam Privy's question was, do we need to keep certain amount of CDCs in our account, or should we be buying packages and use them up? That was her.
Okay, if I were you, Privy, since there is an exchanger available to convert it to cash, I'll keep some of the CDCs that I want to convert to cash. And of course, I also want to help those who are going to be reselling my packages. So I'll also place some of it on. Don't place your everything in just one basket. That's the point there. Okay, so the point there is don't place everything in just one basket. So you can invest on in building your inventory, and you can invest on the trading part and exchange. Okay, so it's really up to you. You have to determine your goal first. What do you want to happen first? Okay, I want to be able to exchange my CDC, at least $10,000 of my CDC to cash. Okay, you can get that, and then I want all the rest to be part of the inventory for so that we can offer it for the resellers to sell. Absolutely, Helga. That's diversification of assets and investments. Okay, next question. Pam from Pamela. Okay, I'll read it here. How long will the bonds be available to purchase? We only have 10,000 units of the bonds, so once those are all purchased, then there's no cut-off date. That's the time that it cannot be purchased. So as of now, I haven't checked how many units yet, but it's not even near the $2,000 mark. Okay, so we still have over 8,000 units left. There's no cut-off date on that one. Okay, next question.
Okay, next question. Guys, please put your hands down as soon as you have asked your question so everyone else can have a chance. Stan, you're next, and then Stanley, and then after that it's going to be, I think the next one in line was a attorney in fact. So those are the three next in line. Stan, you're first. Is there any exchanger that will change CDCs to PESA, STP, or LR?
Okay, as for that one, if there are exchanges that will exchange, there are ones who would be doing PESA, but as much as possible, the exchangers want to send the funds to you on in a medium or in a in an option where they don't have to spend so many fees, because of course that will also affect you. So you just imagine if they have to do a bank wire to PESA, and then from PESA they that's already, they'll be removing a certain portion of the fee and the sending fee, of course, and the amount that you will be receiving in the end would be much lower than what you have expected. So as much as possible, it's going to be something that would be directly, that would also be directly benefit you. And Pat, I don't know, Pat, why you've been skipped. I think just because of the so many questions here. I don't know. Oh, okay. Next question then.
No one's being skipped, Patty. We're just trying to go according to as they're coming in. I'm trying to keep track of as they're going in to the lineup. Stanley is actually next, and then you can come on after Stanley will be great. No, nobody bumped you. I'm watching as they're coming in, huh? Okay, Stanley's question is, when are we able to log in to the .org next week? Will we see the earnings for the old auto rolls being, will they be listed?
Yes, Stanley, the auto the totals will be placed there, and of course, you can check it on your transaction history. That the amount that will be placed there, it will be described as auto proceeds. So you can check it on your transaction history. Next question. We have we can I can entertain two more questions.
All right, Pam, go ahead. Patty, go ahead and ask yours. Attorney at law was one that's been up there for a while, so you're going to be next. Her question will, you ask old members have campsites soon to withdraw if old site doesn't work after weekend, as we could all use money after so long, and get campsite uh, training. We're getting 10 or 7K gift. Can we buy bonds with? Okay, that's going to be a good one. Well, we no longer have credits. It's all CDs.
Yeah, the CDCs were your former credits. Okay, they are now called CDCs, Compumatrix Digital Currency. And for your question, which is very long, will us old members have campsite soon to withdraw? Yes, the camp that actually the .org site is the campsite, and site training. I think the site would be user friendly enough for you to get along. It looks like an online banking system. And what is this 10 or 7K gift? I think that was already awarded previous years. It was already added to the CDCs. And of course, those are credits which are now digital currencies, which you can use to purchase bond. Okay. Okay, Pat, are we getting 10 or 7K? You got 7.5K before when, and then it was converted by 1.25, so that would be equivalent in the US dollars. And attorney in fact, Anthony. Okay, Anthony, we have already answered that a while ago, but I'll repeat it again. We'll have the login issues. The resolution to that is on Saturday. Okay, and we'll notify you as soon as you can log in, but that does not prevent you from logging in to your back office, which is the .org site, the Compumatrix.org site. Hmm?
Okay, I have a couple of handlers that have been that put their hands up for quite a while. At the bottom, there was Vicky, VJ, Wolfgang, and Lori have been there for quite a while. We'll start off with, I think, Wolfgang, you were first in the lineup, so could you put your question up, please? Okay, Wolfgang, why did Henry tell us on there we will be thousands of payout requests? How many exchanges are there, and could that create a problem?
Okay, thousands of yes, there will be thousands of requests for the exchange for sure, and that will affect the exchange rate of the asking price and the bid price. Okay, it will be explained to you in detail once we have the .org site, and there wouldn't be any problem with that since they are funded. Our exchangers are funded to meet at least $50 million request. And is that your question, Leonard? Okay, next question, please.
Okay, the next question is from DJ. What is the interest on the 10K bonds, and how much do we earn? His first question. And we have purchased our packs and built our inventory. Is the inventory still intact, or has it been resolved? And question 3 is auto on.
That is auto
Okay,
on.
some of this is already.
Okay, VJ, 10K bonds, that's 2-year wait with a monthly earning of 10% per month until such time that you request for the $10,000 lump sum. Okay, so after 2 years, you can either get the $10,000 lump sum or receive $1,000 monthly until you get the 10,000. That's the procedure there. And as for the ad packs, we have reversed everything because those were in euros. So it was recomputed to, it was reversed. Your 300 euros had to go back to your account so that you can rebuild your inventory in US dollars. And question number 3 is auto on? What's auto? Auto roll? Is that auto roll or auto on? Because can you there's I think there's an additional there should be additional words on this question number 3. Is the auto roll going to be on the system? Is that your question? Or what about the auto roll? Yes. Okay. So the auto roll program is not going to be on the .org, although the proceeds of the previous one is there. Okay. Because as of now, your main goal is to exchange your funds to cash. Let's do that first. Get you all happy, and then we can get the auto roll back the moment that we have all of you at least have earned in cash. Okay, for Yuri, how many 10% payments after bond maturity? That will be on a monthly payment for up to 24 months. Yes, so our ad pack's been reversed back to CDC then. Yes, Vicky, that has been reversed back and been added to your current CDCs. And can we use CDC for auto? If we open the new auto, yes, of course, you can use your CDCs for auto. Arden, the Henry the 7,500 credits that you issued to us as gift is still in force so that your citizens can claim it that way. It was already added to the balance. Gifting forms, I don't. I will have to talk to our accountant regarding that one, and we'll get back to your question once I ask them about that gifting form. Because the moment you use your 7,500 CDCs, whatever earnings you get from it is taxable. And Mary, how soon before we have money in our pockets? It really depends on how you press the buttons there on the .org site and your ability to negotiate with the exchanger. Okay, so I guess that's all for now. Oh, we still have question. Kristen, where will the activity points come from? For where? Huh? From for our website activities? I don't understand your question. Where will the activity points come from for our website activities? Activity points comes from the social network. Your participation and contribution to content generation is where it comes from. Okay, so this also includes those participation using other the Blogger Central and the rest of the sites that we are endorsing, including those that you place on the social network sites that we have, including Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter. All of those are generating activity points. And Kirsten, will the company be buying back CDCs from exchangers? No, we will not be buying back CDCs from exchangers. They are sure enough that the CDCs will be exchangeable to cash because of your ability to earn cash from it, but they will be selling it at a higher rate. Okay, so yes, that's right. CDCs being created. No, you have transferred your CDCs. You get your cash. They keep the original CDCs. There's no more CDCs once they have already there. So what will happen is that the only way and the difficulty of getting CDCs would be lower. I mean higher, because they have to really work hard in the contribution again, especially for new members. For the old members, for the old members, of course, you will be cashing out on that. But for new members, they would have to work hard, placing contributions, content, unless they buy the packages. Okay, if they start buying the packages, they can automatically have those uh, exchange. Okay, take note, guys, that they are also going to be increasing the demand of our market. Okay, so and that's of course part of their job to increase the demand. And with you receiving cash and posting it everywhere that you are receiving cash, I am foreseeing a future where you are marketing us openly without fear that you are without fear of even introducing us to anyone you know, because you've already earned from it. Will that be a situation that we will see if you are already receiving cash from us? I believe you have guaranteed that you will be helping this program after you have received cash. So I don't foresee any problem with regards to our exchangers being able to sell back the CDCs on the system. Okay, so next question. All right. Okay, so I guess that's all for now, folks. And if you have additional questions, we'll have another meeting once we launch the .org site. I would be on my I would be in my family reunion there, but I'll try to spend an hour with you guys on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Henry, for all your answers and questions. For those of you who did not get a chance to get your questions, some of you came in twice or three times. I tried to make sure everybody had a chance. Betty, Gail, and Susan, your questions have not been answered. If you submit them to me, I'll make sure that I give them to Henry to get your answers for you as soon as possible. For the rest of you, thank you so much for your questions. It gave us a lot of answers that we needed answered. Again, tomorrow will be the shareholders meeting at the same time that we had this one. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow in the shareholders room. Password will be sent to you via email by mail later today, so you should have that in your box. Also, they'll have the special program will follow directly behind the shareholders meeting. So please be mindful of that. Stay online if you are with the special project group.